What's up, YouTube? What's up? So, yesterday was Jackie Robinson Day in Major League Baseball. 78 years ago, he broke the color line in baseball, which ain't that long ago. And for a lot of people who remember it and stories I heard growing up, it wasn't rosy and peachy. And it really isn't really breaking something when you are a natural born citizen, which a lot of people fail to realize. That shows you how racist and hypocrisy Major League Baseball is, especially now that they don't hardly have as many African Americans playing the game because it's their agenda. They haven't pushed ownership, they haven't pushed general managers, they haven't pushed managers, they haven't pushed commissioners. So therefore, they have limited opportunities of what they propose. They have not done right. But then again, it's a reflection of the country as well. And how are you exactly going to celebrate Jackie Robinson Day when he was considered a DEI and Trump wanted to get that removed and books about the man too? How can you possibly, you know, see that in totality and not see that it has a negative undertone? I wanted to also give a shout out to Ken Griffey Jr. because back in the mid 90s, he was the first player to ask to wear the number 42 to celebrate Jackie Robinson's Day. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. They should wear that number every day. It should be a reminder of a man born and bred in a country that to fight for freedom for something that is a game of baseball, a job, but somehow, it's not seen as significant as it should be. He should be a national federal holiday. He should be taught, you know. People got to understand that the economics, the political ramifications. And see, this shows you we're not that far removed. Jackie Robinson predated Dr. King in the march and so many different things, and Brown versus Board of Education, But there were other African Americans in other sports who did as well. And why was the good old system against them in a separate but equal reality? How does that work? So there are many layers to this as this happens to fall upon. People are asking, well, how come there are not more black baseball players? Why that? Because it doesn't appeal. It's not given the same appeal. And they never did right by Jackie Robinson. They never did right by him. And I are going to have a problem with them Dodgers going to the White House to visit an idiot who wanted to try to take Jackie Robinson's accomplishments, what he did, off and act like it didn't happen. And they had it and then they had to reverse it. See, when someone shows you who they really are, you can't make them something that you hope that they become. They showed you what they really are. They have disrespected that man and his legacy. They've also done a disservice to Larry Doby, who broke the color line, first African American in the American League for Cleveland. But they don't talk about Larry Doby. It just shows you that it's a lot that needs to be done. And you have to keep pushing and talking about it. And understand what Jackie Robinson went through in his fight. Understand the political and the reverberations. And if you get a chance, look at that Al Campanese Nightline with Ted Koppel from 1987. This was some 40 years after Jackie Robinson had broke the barrier. You should see what Al Campanese had to say. Not done because of the integrity or done because of a fellow man, but and you understand the racist, institutionalized, systematic reality we still live with. So Jackie Robinson Day should be every day in baseball. They should make that mandatory. They should wear number 42 every day. They should show documents of what it was really like. The separatism, that needs to be a cultural significance. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Because you have to understand that who's legislating this is not representing. And people got to say it loud that those barriers paved ways in so many ways. You think this is like only for one sport? You often hear someone referred to as the Jackie Robinson this or Jackie Robinson that. Why is that? Especially when you're born and bred in the country. Why is that? They should acknowledge that man every Major League Baseball game as a reminder of what they don't want to happen or what they are opposed to. You see. And them corporate owners and them people can't possibly be feeling acknowledging a man who broke barriers when they're sitting there politicking for a guy who tried to take it away. Now you got to make it make sense. And that's why they talk a good game about diversifying what they have when they have born and bred people, but they don't deal with them. They go over places. See how this turns out. But Jackie Robinson Day should be an everyday event, not just something that makes you feel good because you're trying to act like you're right and wrong when in reality you're not. Because you got a long way to go. And because they took a National League Award on name out of somebody a few years ago because of their past, they have not taken care of their past. That's why it's still here to this day. They have not honored that man at all. They're not inclusive, and it shows. So people can grin and bear. People all eat off of Jackie Robinson's plate because it showed that you can bring, so much of what you have as one. But if you don't do it, it's bound to repeat yourself, and that's what you see. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another and share it if you like. Hit that membership. Stay safe, stay blessed, stay woke, and be attuned to what's happening. I'm out.